welcome back to my channel. I'm going through the top 100 country artists of all time, compiled in 2017 by Rolling Stone magazine to better appreciate country music. Now, this artist I'm a little more familiar with than some of the other ones on the list. My parents have always been big fans of Steve Earle. And the first two albums when they came out, I was a little kid and I didn't appreciate it at the time. And actually, Copperhead Road probably took me a good 15 years or so before I actually appreciated that song, and now it's actually one of my favorite songs. So yeah, the first two didn't really do it for me. Not up until this album came out, until El Corazon came out. And I did dig two tracks that were on there at the time, Telephone Road, and I'm trying to think what the other one was called. Telephone Road and, NYC. Yeah, that was kind of the way he did something with his vocals where he kind of impeded the sound, and it almost sounded a little bit like rap, where they went, going on New York City, going. And yeah, that's when I changed my opinion on Steve Earle. But this song I'm not familiar with. I don't remember Fort Worth Blues, even though I've heard this entire album before. So it might ring some bells once I start playing it. Here is Fort Worth Blues off El Corazon from 1997.
Fort Worth, all the neons burning bright, pretty lights, red and blue. But they shut down all the honky tonks tonight. I say a prayer too, if I only knew. You used to say the highway was your home, but we both know that ain't true. It's just the only place a man can go. He don't know where he's traveling to. But Colorado's always clean and healing, and Tennessee in spring's green and cool. It never really was your kind of town, but you went around with the Fort Worth Blues. Somewhere beyond the Great Divide, where the sky's wide and the clouds are few, a man can see his way clear to the light. Just hold on tight, that's all you gotta do. They say Texas weather's always changing, and one thing change will bring is something new. And Houston really ain't that bad a town, so you hang around with the Fort Worth Blues. Silver light over green and blue, and every place I travel through I find some kind of sign that you've been through. But Amsterdam was always good for grieving. London never fails to leave me blue.
All right, that's a slower song. And I can't remember who I saw that this was a tribute to. It was either Townes Van Zandt or it was Guy Clark, two of Steve Earle's influences. And so that's what I believe this song is about. Fort Worth being the town that one of his two influences is from. It's a slower song, and like I've said before, some of the slower stuff I kind of have to be in the mood for. The beat didn't change that much, and it is interesting that what he can do vocally in a song like this, where he kind of, I don't know how to describe it, but he stresses the words in a certain way that he kind of almost speaks it, and it's kind of interesting. But for this album, it's I still think Telephone Road and NYC, of course, are both high energy songs, and I like those songs a little bit more because they're catchier and it's got that higher energy. This song I would have to be in the mood for to get into it. It is kind of cool to someone, an artist like Steve Earle, to know that he can do something complex and a really complex composition, and then something like this where it seemed it was mostly him strumming an acoustic guitar, and then there was a kind of what sounded like kind of like a buzz sound through it, and I don't know if that was just distortion on electric guitar that they just kind of hung a note there, but yeah, it kind of shows his how versatile he is, that he can do something tender and slow, and then do something that was played on rock radio. I remember NYC being played on the rock station, and it took a few years before now you hear Copperhead Road on the rock stations too. But at the time, I don't think most rock stations, at least in where I lived, that they were playing that. But he kind of broke through as as a crossover artist with his style. So let me know what the songs mean to you. When was the first time you heard it, and what does it mean to you personally? And please consider hitting that subscribe button and the notification bell so you know when I upload the next video. Thanks again. Take care.